For the very first time I found finally a 5G Wi-Fi FPV drone actually have a decent camera. I'm super happy that it has no limit of 5 meters altitude. Man, it lands very fast. I like it. It descends very fast. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings. AliShanMao here. How are you people? I hope you are staying safe, healthy and happy. Today in this video, check this out. I have got myself the newest bugs from MJX. Yes, MJX bugs. MG-1 5G Wi-Fi FPV GPS drone with 4K camera, 2-axis stabilized gimbal, and EIS, electronic image stabilization, on the camera. Now before we proceed, I would like to say I have reviewed previously a couple of MJX bug series 5G Wi-Fi FPV camera GPS drones, and I can tell you when it comes to 5G Wi-Fi FPV drones, MJX, especially the bug series, have been very good drones. Not just me, but many reviewers out there and people who actually bought them said very good things about it. You won't find anything else inside the box except a nice carry case. Inside the case, just give me a moment, you won't see all those packed bags that it came with because, you know, I set things up at home and charge the batteries. So I have received 2 batteries in this box, a radio controller, and the MJX Bugs MG-1 drone. So I'm just going to take this out, I'm going to bring 1 battery out and the radio controller out. Okay, and I'll give you a quick overview of these very soon. Inside here we have spare propellers and screwdriver, a USB-C cable that I left at home because I was charging the battery, and user manual, so no need to look at those. Basically you will actually look at those because, you know, you have to download the app as well. Okay, so it's in folding form. This is how Bugs MG-1 looks like. Obviously unfold, it's pretty tight to unfold, just like this. And now look at this. Look at this shape. It is a clone of DJI Mavic Air 2. When it comes to the shape, it is a clone of DJI Mavic Air 2. Okay, I mean, it's similar to that, not exactly that, but it's similar to that shape. All right, now you see that there is a gimbal, 2-axis gimbal, and it's on vibration damping platform. I hope it will not take vibrations and jello, because most of the 5G Wi-Fi FPV drones, they normally take jello easily. At the right side you have nothing, front camera. At the left side you have a TF card slot, so you can insert a TF card. I've inserted that 16G. Back side there's a battery compartment. There are vents on both sides right here. Nothing else to see. And down here we have an optical flow camera for optical flow position hold. Now radio control is pretty much the similar type I have seen with the MJX radios, I mean MJX RC bug series. So 2 sticks, on off switch, unlock button, camera and video, I mean snapshot and video button, auto return to home, and then top here we have a high and low flight modes, speed modes, take off and land, doesn't work, camera pitch. Okay, at this side there's nothing. At the right side of the radio we have GPS on off switch, so you want to fly without GPS, you can turn it off or you can turn it on. Nice. There's an LED screen that actually shows you flight data information, and then we have these handles right here at the back, okay, so that you can, because radio is really pretty small and you need to have these handles to have a good grip. Okay, and obviously there's no charging port on this radio because you have to install 2 ASI's batteries. Okay, and if you're wondering where your phone will go for the Wi-Fi connection, okay, because a Wi-Fi FPV drone, so this is your phone holder, And make sure to unfold this side as well, because otherwise you will be wondering how to add the phone in. Takes my phone just nice, but not very grippy, so I have to be careful not to drop my phone. Battery, right here we have the battery, 7.7 volt, 2950 mAh, 22.715 watt hour battery. Okay, there's on-off switch and a USB-C port right here to charge your battery. For the very first time when you turn on the drone, you will have to do the compass calibration. It will ask you for that, and you will know that from the blinking LED lights on the back here. So just follow that. Basically, you just have to rotate the drone horizontally and vertically just 2 times. Okay, all right, let's turn on the Wi-Fi. Ooh, look at that, how easy it is for the phone to just pop out. So you have to be very, very careful, because phone is very, very easy to pop out. Okay, so there's an app called X Drone. I'm gonna run that. And this is my app. Enter the device. Right, everything is working and looks pretty stable. Look at that. I mean, the image is, as I'm moving it, right? But if I do too much, I'm not sure. Image looks pretty stable. So we'll fly it and see how things go. But first, let's just see, look at the app. We have follow me mode, point of interest and headless mode, takeoff and landing, home, sports, high speed. Okay, so you have to push and hold the button, speed button, sports, high speed, that's my favorite mode. Then we have tripod, low speed mode, sports mode. So let's put it in tripod mode. Then we have 12 satellites lock, and then we have a battery and connection icons, Wi-Fi icon, and we can have 3D and 180-degree rotation. And then we have a play button right here, gimbal up and down. Ooh, look at that. Gimbal goes up and down really nice and slow. And now I'm using the using the dial. Yeah, gimbal goes up and down really nice and slow. Very good. Then we have picture and video button. Then we have settings, brightness, effects, nostalgic, bright, grayscale, restore factory default. We have ISO sensitivity. Oh, nice. You can do manual ISO. Wonderful. Wow. Then we have automatic white balance. Okay, you can also change that. Wonderful, nice. I mean, this is good. Then we have here video size 4K and 1080p, cache frame number, and used memory. You can format the memory. So let me just format it. All right, hope it did it. All right, gimbal gyroscope calibration, so you can calibrate the gimbal if you're having problems with the horizon, and you can also adjust the gimbal roll. Okay, nice, very, very good. Now we have settings here, metric, unit systems, beginner mode, you can turn it on or off, orbit speedometer, maximum distance, maximum height, default is 15, RTH altitude. Nice. So maximum height, man, I will just set it to 120. RTH altitude, let's just put it to 30 somewhere. Okay, maximum distance 500 meter. Okay, so there goes your question about what's the distance on this. 500 meters. Orbit speedometer. Okay, let's not do that. I mean, let's just keep the orbit to 10. Okay, nothing else. Then we have a sensor status, and you can geometric calibration you can do here, nothing else. Good. Now let's fly it and see how it goes. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm taking off. Unlock. Okay, take off. Nice, look at that. Sweet. Let's see the hold once I put it down here. So that's the GPS hold. If I stand stationary, you can see it's really nice. I mean, the hold is nice, but barometer, like altitude, is going up and down. And look at that, man. This is really nice hold right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn off the GPS and see if it will hold the altitude and position with optical flow. Look at that. Without GPS, it's holding it nice. Okay, at this altitude, it's still holding nice. Coming down, moving to other side, down, different pattern down here, you know. Without GPS, it's also holding pretty nice. Now it's deviating a little bit. Okay, the winds are coming, but it's holding pretty nice. Okay, let's start flying in tripod mode. So I'm just gonna fly it around. Nice speed actually, not bad. In tripod mode, turns very slow, yaw is absolutely slow. But in tripod mode with this speed, I believe you will get very good footage. Okay, but you can see the yaw is extremely slow. Okay, now I'm just gonna do, hold on, sports high mode. Yeah, much better now. And now yaw is even better than before. So this is the mode I like, man. However, when you're shooting videos, I believe you should shoot the videos with you know, tripod mode. So let's turn on the tripod mode. All right, and I'm gonna record the video. You have to give it storage permission and then it will start recording, but it should start recording at, you know, the SD card as well. So it's going there. I'm looking at the FPV live feed. Looks pretty stable actually, but there's a delay, man. There's a delay. All right, now let's go slightly up. Ooh, I have lens flare. Okay, actually looks very stable video. Look at that. All right, so I'm just gonna stop recording the video and I'm just gonna bring it down and give it a test of gimbal stabilization. All right, let's see how it goes. So I'm mashing the sticks to see how stable the drone is. I mean, how stable the footage is, not the drone. Drone is very stable. And now I'm just gonna switch it to, you know, high speed mode and fly it around to see how the stabilization works now. So it's going around and I'm switching left and right. I mean, I'm doing left and right as well. Stopped, I'm turning around, coming back and doing some left and right movement just to see how stable the image is going to be. All right, so while I'm far away, I'll just activate RTH. Okay, one moment. Returning. So I clicked on the returning to home button and it's returning all by itself. And so returning backward. It should turn around. Anyway, it returned backward and now it should land, but look at the deviation. I mean, I took off from here, right here, and it's landing right over there. Man, that's a lot of deviation. Okay, so I'm just gonna come back again here and let's test it again. Okay, so RTH testing. Normally it should record the home point where it takes off from. Okay, so I'm just gonna take off. All right, right from here, and I'm just gonna go this side. By the way, it has a lot of delay in the video, so make sure you stop before you see the trees and something. Make sure you stop. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn the quad around to myself, and I'm just gonna press return button, return to home, and see it's rising. Okay, it's coming back. Remember where I took off from? I haven't moved from my space, from my position where I was. Okay, I was right here and I took off from there. Okay, and its landing seems like very close to me. Man, it comes down very fast. I like it. Okay, so now there isn't much deviation. I took off from here and it's here. It's about like 1 meter or so deviation. Oh, my box went away. This is this. Now let's check the auto features. All right, so I'm just gonna put it in tripod mode, take off. All right, and I'm just gonna stand here in the middle of the RC airport. I'm gonna take a picture. Screen recording, point of interest, swipe right to orbit. Please confirm enter orbit flight. In orbit flight, your drone will rotate clockwise or counterclockwise in pre-settings. Okay, swipe right. All right, so it just starts rotating all by itself. I didn't have to set a center or anything. It just started rotating for some reasons of its own. And if I want to increase, decrease the radius, I cannot do anything. I cannot even change, like I cannot change anything. This stick has no use at all. All right, nice. So while it's doing its rotation, I will stop doing this and record. Video recording, both videos are recording. Point of interest, swipe right, and it starts going. It loses the altitude and you have to probably control the camera accordingly. Look at that, it's losing altitude so badly, but it's going back up here, trying to keep the same altitude. And when it comes this side, yes, it's losing altitude. I don't know if this is kind of already programmed in it or what, but it is doing it all by itself. Now, one more thing you want to notice, previously in all these 5G Wi-Fi drones and even Hubsan drones, there are some of auto flight modes that have an annoyed restriction that your drone have to be at 5 meter altitude and only then you can activate the auto flight mode, but not the case here in MJX MG-1, the Bugs MG-1. If I keep it near me, let's say this close, all right, and this is not 5 meters altitude, I go to point of interest, I say swipe right, and it starts doing it. It's going down very low to the ground, but apart from that, it starts doing at whatever altitude it is, which is the happiest thing I would say, because I was, and I'm sure a lot of people are really annoyed of that 5 meters altitude restriction. You must be at 5 meters altitude to start the sports mode. You must be at 5 meters altitude to do this, to come on, man, it should be able to do at any altitude you want. Now look at this, record. This is going to give a beautiful shot at times that you can take that footage out easily and, you know, use it for yourself. Only that I'm not sure how good the camera is. We will find that out, but look at that, it's actually doing right where you tell it to do. All right, so I'm just gonna cancel it. That was nice. Now let's test the follow me feature. Follow me, and it says enter follow me. The drone's camera lens will keep pointing at the mobile phone and always stay at relative distance from the phone. Click. It says too far or too close, failed. Okay, I'm just gonna go slightly farther, but look at that, I'm not at 5 meters altitude. Okay, that's the point you have to see right here. So click follow me. Okay, it just shifted a slightly right, but let's see if it will follow me or not. Okay, it is following me. All right, I'm just gonna go run backward. It is following me. It's trying to turn, but I am not in the view at all anywhere. Nah, I'm not in the view at all anywhere. Look at that. You're looking at it. It is following me, but I'm not in the view at all. Okay, now it did something, but again, it's pointing to other side and not to me. And also I notice it's moving like step by step. All right, look at that. It's coming here, and I'm gonna put the phone that side. I think now it's looking at me, and I'm gonna put the phone to the left side. All right, now it's pretty much looking at me. So I'm gonna record, and now I'm gonna walk away and see if it keeps me in the view or not. No, I am out of the view. So I'm moving the phone to the right hand this way, extend the hand, and now I'm in the camera. Hey, look at me, come on, don't look away. It's looking away. Okay. Hey, don't crash there. Okay, I saved it. I said it was going to crash in the grass. And to save this, it's very nice that they have put the return to home button right here. As soon as you press, it starts going up and you can cancel it again. This is nice. It wasn't responding to my controls, so the only thing to save it from crashing was to activate RTH. Anyway, so follow me. People, follow me failed. To be honest, that's not the thing that you want on the follow me drone. So it doesn't follow that precise. It does it, but not very precise. Okay, now there's an interesting thing right here on the screen, that once the battery is going low, it is showing me right here the battery only supports the drone flying in 30-meter altitude and 100-meter range. So it has calculated that how far you should stay with this battery level, which is nice. And I can see I have only 2 bits left. Okay, this is nice. Now that my battery is dying and most of their advertised features I have tested, except that headless mode. Headless mode means that regardless of position of the head or orientation of the quad, the controls will always stay same. Like I can say right is right, left is left, forward and backward is forward and backward. So whenever I push the stick closer to me, quad will come closer to me. Right to me is going right, left to me is going left, forward is going farther, backward is coming closer, while drone is constantly rotating. So that's the headless mode. So now I'm flying just to test this range on this in tripod mode. It says TX no signals, and then got the signal back again. 200, let me record the screen as well. 250 meters. I lost the signal. It's like signal is coming and going. All right. So it's returning 250 meters. I was able to go 250 meters and it's returning pretty low. I hope it doesn't hit any trees. So I was able to go 250 meters maximum at this side, and it lost the signals. All right, now it's coming back. I'll stop recording this. I'm gonna take a picture. Okay, I'll cancel that, and now I'll go this side and see how far I can go. Maybe I can see if I can cross the river or not. All right, I have just set the maximum distance to 500 meters, and now I'm just gonna go forward. So here should be good signal because there are no trees around. It's still going, still going. 95 meters. Almost crossing the river. Just gonna climb up a little bit. Okay, climb a little bit. TX battery is low. 230 meters, 44, 49, 68, almost crossing the river, so I'm just gonna turn around to this side. 300 meters, still have signals. I cannot see it, I don't know where it is. And 345 meters, it lost signals. Okay, 345 meters, that's the max I can go on this drone. And now it's coming back. Oh, I can turn it around. Horizon tilt. So when it's returning back home, you can actually turn it around and shoot videos. I mean, keep shooting videos. Alright, it's back home safely. Man, it lands very fast. I like it. I like it. It descends very fast and lands quickly. Just to save battery, I believe. So yeah, it's pretty reliable, man. So I have been flying this around. This is the second day of flying this MJX MG-1. One of the batteries, very strange, just died on me. So it's like I charged it all night long, and then I came here, I put the battery in, fully charged battery, I take off and the quad lands and says there's no battery. Pretty strange. But the second battery is still working very well, and no issues at all. Now the question of flight time, how long can you fly? The actual advertised flight time is 25 minutes from MJX, but in real life I can say I'm getting somewhere maximum to 18 minutes. There's nothing in the app that actually tells you what is the total flight time. It gives you distance and altitude and something like that, but it doesn't tell you how long do you fly. And once the battery gets low, the drone doesn't allow you to go farther, more than 100 meters. It just puts a fence around it, 100 meters fence, and you cannot go anywhere farther than 100 meter and above 30 meters altitude. So maximum 30 meters altitude and 100 meters fence, 100 meters area fence. This is automatically done once the battery is getting low. And once the battery is getting low, it actually gets low very, very quick. It just drops down very quick. Now let's talk about the cons and pros of MJX MG-1. Now the drone is built very well. Flight performance is very nice. The motors are good. The motors are nice and quiet. It flies very well. Sounds almost like DJI Mavic Air 2, and actually it is a clone of DJI Mavic Air 2. So flight performance is good. And what I found is for the very first time, yes, for the very first time I found finally a 5G Wi-Fi FPV drone actually have a decent camera on 4K resolution. The video quality is pretty nice. The quality of the video, the quality of pictures is actually very, very good in a 5G Wi-Fi FPV cheap drone. Next, the flight times are pretty decent, not bad. 18 minutes max, not bad. Those are very, very decent time. The maximum distance that I was able to go today was 500 meters, which is a limit on this drone, and today I was able to go 500 meters right here. So it has decent range, decent flight time, given that if you don't get the same kind of luck like I did, or I got a bad battery. Controls are good, speed is good, camera is good, video and picture quality is above good for drones. 5G Wi-Fi FPV drones, I have also already mentioned, video and picture quality is good. So the camera is good. Also, the advertised features, except the follow me, are working. Now the cons, of course, the cons. MG-1 is very reliable. Whenever I had connection issues, connection broke out due to going far, or anytime I had problems, I activated the RTH, it came back, and it was very, very reliable. Now let's talk about the cons. Number one, the flight performance is good, but when it comes to yaw, it's not very smooth. So sometimes when you want to manually fly, you know, point of interest, or manually do some yaw and flying forward, the yaw is very, you know, like it's not that smooth and gradual. It's just like the drone turns very quick and ruins your shot. Number two, the camera is good, videos are good, pictures are good. Now videos are good as far as you are flying straight line. The videos are shot very good. So going forward, going backward, or sideways is good. But once you start rotating the drone, taking the point of interest kind of move, that's where this image starts jittering. Okay, so that's where the image jitters. That's the second issue in this drone when it comes to the camera. That's the second con in this drone. Number three, the range. I mean, you can go 500 meters, but you can get lucky in different scenarios. Most of the time, it is very easy to get disconnected, and it will activate RTH in a few seconds. I mean, the quality of transmission for controlling the drone and the video is not very strong, so you often get disconnection. However, still, if you learn to keep the antennas pointed towards the drone all the time, you shouldn't have any issues going 500 meters or so. It does good job. Sometimes it does disconnect, but you will get the connection back, and or if the connection is completely gone, it will auto return to home. I hope the MJX RC can actually improve the quality of connection, improve the quality of transmission in this drone. Another con that I found in this drone is it does not hold the altitude properly, especially when you're doing point of interest. It will keep going up and down, when you're doing point of interest, so it doesn't hold the altitude properly. Even during hover, it will lose the altitude going up and down. Also to say, sometimes the optical flow is working, sometimes the optical flow does not work properly. They do have to improve it. Also, one more thing I noticed, it's very difficult to fly this drone straight. It tends to go left and right all by itself. Another thing that I need to mention here, which is worth mentioning, is that if you look at the radio, sometimes this stick is very sticky. Now, radio control is pretty much the similar type I have seen with the MJX radios, I mean MJX RC Bug series. It just gets stuck at some point and you won't be able to bring it back. You have to manually bring it back. So a spring-loaded stick often gets stuck. You have to improve the quality of this MJX, and I believe they need to add expose in the mid stick, because when you are going forward, if you have a slight right or left, which you won't feel, your drone will start moving left and right, and it will ruin your shot that you are trying to get. Now, when it comes to cons and pros of this drone, and when you compare cons from pros, I would say pros are looking good on this one. Why? Because before, honestly, I have never seen a 5G Wi-Fi FPV drone giving you such clear and stable video footage. Most of the time, even with the gimbals, I see the footage was moving and shaking and jello and stuff. This is the very first time I saw that this 5G Wi-Fi FPV drone has such clear, stable, nice video and good pictures. So if we compare the cons and pros, I would say this drone is worthy, because given its flight performance, video quality, pictures quality, its range, and the things that it can do, I believe it's worth it. So if you're a beginner and you are not ready to invest in an expensive DJI drone, you want to have a drone that can shoot good, stable, and clear video, I believe MG-1 will actually do the job. All right, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a big like. Stay subscribed to my channel, hit that little bell icon, and turn on all the notifications. Now, if you want to get MG-1 from MJX RC, the link is in video description. Have fun and stay tuned for more videos. Come on, you know what to do. Hit that like button. It's right there. I know you can do it. Oh, while you're at it, also hit the subscribe button right there. Come on, don't be shy, just hit it. Thank you very much for all your support towards my work, that I post regular and fresh content on my channel just for you. Hit that like button right there.